TED Talk on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, Saturday. I guess we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cartographers Guild. My name is Josh.
I'm Drea.
I'm Leah.
I'm Brad.
Hey, there he is.
I'm playing a game. I apparently just have terrible ability to pay attention to things today.
Well, it's Kingdom Hearts 3, of course you have terrible ability to...
Kingdom Hearts 3. And Silver goes, a fishing game!
Ugh.
Oh dear.
Alright, so what happened on Saturday?
So I had a.
She had an idea. She had a
an
brainstorm.
idea. It's
Okay.
we found horrible cereals.
Saturday morning cartoons? No.
Well,
We were thinking of Saturday morning live stream.
stream
Okay.
where we crack open the horrible cereals.
Well, we totally need to do Saturday morning cartoons again at some point.
Yeah, we're speaking in code.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what Saturday morning games are you going to play?
I don't know. I was going
So you're going to be in your pajamas, right?
Yeah.
Nice! Do it!
Pajama party! Who wants to see us in our PJs?
And
You gotta put some on.
And keep in mind, by morning, I mean like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Because Saturdays are not the day for early rising.
If I had my druthers. If I had my druthers, no day would be the day for early rising.
I
Well,
know,
that's
right?
an excellent idea, and I approve. I would assist you, but I'm not going to be here.
Indeed. Although the thing I wanted to ask you about...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not a trap at all.
It's a heartless anglerfish.
I love Goofy.
What is it?
Goofy's always on
Goofy
top.
goes, that seems suspiciously convenient.
No kidding. I really hope it pops up and it's friendly now.
It's not cool.
Because there's like, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap. I hope it's like Mickey and he's like, hi guys, I have a treasure.
It's Tomatoa.
Oh, it is
No,
so
wait,
not.
wrong
This
game.
is clearly a boss arena.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
now
thought
what?
at this point.
If only it was Tamatoa. Alright, Meserdine says, don't bring up the Little Mermaid world, please. I still have traumatic minigame flashbacks.
I told you we
Bad.
don't talk about that.
So Gombar says, he's killed enough snowflowers to get the 600 skins in DIA till I got the faded touched version of Dorian.
What are we... This is an Inquisition thing, but I don't know what we're talking about.
Aw, and Gombar starts work at 10 a.m.
I
this
don't
time.
actually know that. I don't know what you're talking
Holy
about.
crap!
What?
I love it when I don't know. Every once in a while, I find things that I don't know about, and it makes me
Explain.
so excited.
Oh, Gombar, you're gonna have to... wow. An Inquisition thing that Drea doesn't know about.
You have to explain it. Alright, what were you going to ask me?
This is like some deep lore on Kingdom Hearts that Brad doesn't know about.
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
I mean, if it's in the phone game, I don't know.
I was going to ask, and also depending on whether or not Brad wanted to wake up, would you be okay with us doing a little more Kingdom Hearts? Depending. The no is an acceptable answer.
Yeah, we can totally
So-
play something else.
Because, I mean,
It's-
normally, when I was
why-
snowed in, it was okay because I could watch it.
Uh-huh.
I'm a bee in Hawaii. I'm not going to be watching you.
So, it is unlikely that we'll finish this world today, and there's going to be some serious filler nonsense by the end of it.
If it's serious
So-
filler nonsense and maybe a little leveling, fine. But I would like to be around for major plot. please.
Yes, and after this world, it's major plot until we're done.
Okay.
So-
But I did remember when Brad was playing through this world that there's a lot of just go do this thing for a long time.
Okay.
So that's why I brought it up. I would not have suggested it if I thought we were going into like Endgame.
Okay.
And if Brad went, oh no, actually we're going to hit Endgame, I would be like, oh no, never mind, sorry.
As long as it's not the major stuff, that's cool.
All right. That's all.
Okay.
Honestly, it's more just A, Kingdom Hearts is very cartoony.
That is very cartoony.
B, it's also in the interest of getting it done so we can focus solely on Chrono Trigger
True story.
until the summer.
Are we getting at something particular?
Because he's going to have a baby.
Oh, yeah, well.
Okay, so Gummer says the Snowflare Fade Touch material heals on hit, but has a very low drop rate. I'm trying to optimize a bit, and it's suggested for Dorian because it makes him, like, immortal. Is this-
Oh, Fade Touched.
yeah,
That's
didn't I say that?
Probably, but it's not what I heard.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, what the hell are you talking about? All right, I know what you mean now.
Dre's like, damn it!
But well, no, it's still cool though because I know what a fade touched thing is. I know what he was referring to.
Yeah.
I've never killed enough snowflowers to get it though.
Oh, I see.
Because you kill them for their hides because it's one of the highest quality hides in the game.
Uh-huh.
But they're harmless.
Ah.
Oh.
It's so I would kill exactly how many I needed
And
to
then
make
you'd feel
something.
bad.
Well, and then not kill anymore. It's not like bears where they come at you all the fucking time.
Oh, I get it. Not enough opportunity.
They're like giant nugs. They really are harmless. They just kind of bound over the countryside like these land hippos.
But you have to go chase them down. Is what they don't swarm you. You have to go.
Yeah, they
find
don't
them.
swarm you. You have to go get them.
What?
They run away from you if you kill one.
See, I'd feel bad about killing all the harmless little doodads.
Neither. Need to harvest them.
As long as there's always more harmless little doodads.
Yeah,
That's a video game.
Yeah, they respond.
They just respond.
Oh, cool.
We found a boat.
It's our very own ship.
A boat.
You certain about that?
How the hell?
Finders keepers.
How'd he get here so fast?
Mine. Savvy?
Jack, you already have the Black Pearl.
Aye. To which this ship holds no candle. But take what you can, mate. Now then, my ship has a captain, but it does appear I'm in need of a crew. Suppose you'll have to do. No, Donald, I'm aboard.
Sparrow's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
He is.
Ready now, helmsman?
Ready enough, Captain, but aren't we kind of trapped?
Now, Sora, I know you've made passage through straits far more dire than this. Just follow your heart's command.
What? Use the command menu.
That doesn't feel like a very Jack Sparrow thing to say. Does it? Wait, what?
This is the end of Goonies. So Gomber says, this whole time I've been running around on the frozen river of Empire du Lion, murdering by the hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the best place to get them. You can also find them at the Exalted Plains, but they're harder to track down.
Oh, and Silver says in capital letters, fake Jack.
Oh, that must be it. Also, I'm still calling bullshit on this. Like, we get out of this. Why? Because the plot says so.
Yeah.
Deus Ex
basically.
Machina. Like, why did you even have them stranded? Why was that even... Why?
Gameplay.
Can I...
But why?
Gameplay.
Okay, apparently this is going to be...
Kingdom Hearts!
The internet, like, it's going to be me all night asking why. Apparently. I'm not even the youngest person here.
Nope.
And yet somehow the most innocent. Okay, another... Oh, it's not here yet.
Well, I guess at our age, a couple of years doesn't really make much of a difference.
Except for Brad's the baby.
I guess technically...
So on a scale of Drea to Leah, how innocent are you?
Am I the most?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Dre is the innocent one.
Oh, did I step on the...
I don't know what was going on with that. But...
Sorry.
Although, who's more innocent? You or less innocent? You or me?
I think
Oh, no, shit. It's a contest
I
now.
think I win this one.
You now?
I don't think we should have a
Do
conversation.
we really need to have a pissing contest about this?
I was just curious, that's all.
Okay. This isn't it has to be me thing?
Gomber says Drea. Although Gomber was talking about the original scale, so...
Fair.
What did you obtain? The Celestra what?
Celestriad. It's an accessory that gives you fire, lightning, and cold boost.
What's the gold sparkly shit?
But I mean, later when we're not streaming, you and I can hash this out if you want to.
Celestriad. I love
like
the way that sounds. I'm gonna steal that crap for my next story or D&D running
It does
campaign.
sound good, doesn't
Celestriad.
it?
Isn't that beautiful? That's not a Final Fantasy thing that I'm aware of, so they must have just made that up. I love
I'm sure they
that.
did, but yeah, I
I
like
feel
it.
like I've heard it somewhere else. But...
I haven't, and I love it.
Cannons!
I've completely lost track of the narrative. What the hell are we doing?
Blowing up
We
ships.
are So we got our own dumb anime ship with giant arrows on the front for some reason.
Because it's a dumb anime ship.
It also has like magic. Like we could just create a wall of water.
Okay. Thank you for telling me what's happening now, but what are we doing?
It's a magic
we're going until we run into the plot, which should be any minute.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, hey, plot!
Yeah, they give you, like, I was surprised we even got into a couple fights. Every other time I've done this, I've just gone for like 3 seconds and then plot.
Hello, plot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we lost you again.
Oh, it's not the movie plot, though. This is still, like, we're more or less done with movie plot for a while now.
How did we miss that?
That ship.
There was a fog.
Oh, but look, this time there's somebody aboard.
Doesn't... yeah.
Isn't that...
Not the merry company I'd hoped for.
It's a jackass in a trench coat. Oh.
Harley!
a black coat?
Of course.
How does everybody know that term?
I mean,
You back
Electrode
the
used it in
organization?
Kingdom Hearts 2 as well.
Surprising, isn't it, that they do me the honor? Never count your cards until they've all...
He's the card guy, right?
He has a gambling
Jack,
thing, yes.
don't you give this creep the time of day.
Gambling addiction.
Come now.
Well, like a gambling
Are you
gimmick.
really so unsophisticated that you decline a gentlemanly conversation?
What'd you say?
Your sleeves are too
Dora,
long.
stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
Ah, yes.
Don't do that out in
And how
the
could I
open.
love games and contests without honoring the rules? Because only by winning fairly does victory have any savor.
I don't.
Of course, the code is actually more guidelines than rules. Speak your piece.
I am looking for a box. A chest, perhaps.
Twitch.
You know the one.
Yes. Maybe. No, I know of a box. But said box is not a box you want to trifle with, mate. Trust me.
Really? A wager, then.
And of what nature would this wager be?
His gambling problem.
What say we have a little race to that charming port town which you hold so dear?
Port Royal.
Yes. Whoever reaches it first is the victor. And the stakes? You tell me all about that chest.
Against what?
I will get you whatever it is you want.
Done.
Jack?
Then we have an accord.
Sora says, oh, I thought Jack was the bad guy in disguise, and now that we've seen the bad guy, okay, I guess Jack's real.
Prepare to make sail.
But Jack!
Drop canvas.
Hey! Jack!
With a will, lads.
Jack, listen!
What?
Oh. You can't let him get his hands on that box. Do you really know whatever it is that he's looking for?
Let's just say there's a potential possibility he wants the chest containing Davy Jones' heart. Because I haven't the foggiest notion why he'd covet the blighted thing.
Is it a black box?
It is more black than blue, so yes.
Well, it's clearly not.
Do you think it's the one?
No.
And winning the race would keep it out of Organization 13's
I got an idea. Let's talk about it some more.
Hey. You're right.
What are you three muttering on about?
Basically, we need to win this race.
Precisely. No purchase, no pay. You might have the makings of a pirate after all.
Yeah.
Mezzerdine makes a good point. Organization 13 would be so much more fun if their clothes changed to match the world they were in as well.
Oh yeah, I would
like-
love it.
The entire thing that makes Heartless interesting in the Disney world is they look like the locals. It's neat.
Oh, they
Anyway,
have-
we're cheating really hard by shooting a lot, and this part sucks, by the way.
How does shooting help?
For one, it
imagine it
slows him
slows him,
down,
yeah.
and for two,
Oh, you're not cheating. He's shooting too.
Yeah, when you see that meter above our command menu, when you hit things, and especially when you hit weak points, that fills up. And then you get special boosts. Like the ability to fly a little.
Steady!
Oh yeah, that gave you a nice boost.
This is, by the way, that just happened is one of the annoying things about this. They'll just spawn guys directly in front of us, and they don't lose their hitbox when they die. And then we have to go through these narrow sections.
These are some accurate, fast-firing cannons.
Well, yeah, they're magical.
And now we have to hope we can get through one of these. Oh, dang it.
What?
What happened?
I slightly hit the thing, so we got stuck.
So it stops you completely?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And now they're just going
What?
to spawn in front of us, and behind us, by the way. Okay. So we jump.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but now at this point he's way ahead of us. Hopefully we can shoot him enough.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yep. He's definitely in the lead.
But they're still getting attacked, and yeah. Okay. Dang it! Get out of the way.
Okay, you won.
Yeah, it is a good thing I played this game twice already. The first time I did this, it took me like half an hour of trying this.
Ugh.
It was really bad.
Nazardine says, I'd say I'm doubting the physics of this, but I've seen the later pirate movies, and yeah, that's about right.
We got this one in the bag.
Wait, didn't we already win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be just giving us what he agreed to. But instead we have combat.
The game isn't over until it's over.
Yeah, at this point you're just straight cheating, my dude.
Dude, you brought a fleet. What is this garbage?
Dude.
Oh, it's only satisfying if you win fairly.
Well, everybody knew he was full of shit.
Shield?
We're in a cutscene. Also, they're just missing a lot.
Closing in! Come about! Make ready to return fire!
We're outnumbered, but fuck it!
Aye aye!
Oh yeah, there are those arrows.
Kind of idiot.
Sir, those are only weighing us down and it don't help us in any way. Doesn't
Well,
matter.
we have to point which direction we're going.
They are intimidating. They will make the enemy fear us.
Nice reference. Nazardine says, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Make you wash.
Mine is an evil laugh.
So I guess Alan Tudyk, speaking of Firefly, what do you want?
Skittles. The other ones.
Ah,
Thank you.
it's hard to do over pregnancy belly. Woo! I guess Alan Tudyk plays somebody in Big Hero 6.
Oh, he plays a lot of stuff. He does
Yeah.
a ton of voice work.
It's like every time I turn around, like there he is. Nope.
Wasn't he the bad CEO?
The bad CEO. I mean, they both. Yes, he was the CEO.
Okay.
He wasn't Professor Gallagher. He was the other guy.
Right. Well, the main bad guy.
Yeah, the
Craig.
main bad guy.
Craig.
Wow.
Who was not actually as sketchy as you thought he was.
Well, they set that up pretty well.
They did a good job.
I love Baymax. I love him.
No.
I love that whole thing.
Is he charging a black hole? What the fuck is that?
It's so
He's
good.
gonna teleport soon, I think.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Looks like a demi spell to me.
No, that was just...
Hey, that was gravity. I'm gonna go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's really,
people with weak points. We like those.
There's no Final Fantasy. Has there been any Final Fantasy anything in this game yet?
Pretty sure Brad said there wasn't going
Well, I
to
know
be.
that, but I'm
They're
thinking
Moogles.
like they normally at least do like NPCs that they don't like the kids on Destiny Island were Waka and Selphie and Titus.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they don't call out, oh, we're Final Fantasy or anything, but they're at least in there. Like, we haven't even seen nothing.
Yeah.
Board this
Can I
shit.
get on the thing?
I thought you just wrecked it.
Oh, that's what the arrows are for.
Yes.
Got it.
They're grappling hooks.
Another game it is, then.
Meserdine, when did you accidentally start playing Odyssey again?
I know.
To be fair, I still do.
You just do it when you're not looking.
Oh, that reminds me. When I get back from my lovely trip, in the speaking of games that we're playing, or I'm playing, I need help. I need one more Daora horn, and I just cannot get it on my own.
Okay.
I have tried and tried and tried, and I need Josh's superior head sniping skills.
Well, and now that we have a really nice heavy bow gun that does sticky 3.
I've probably done that fight 10 times in the last few days, and it's just, you have to break it or get lucky enough to carve it, and I just cannot.
Do you still need one? I thought you needed one for something.
Kushala Daora?
Yeah.
No.
For a horn?
I need Lunastra crap.
Well, I know you need Lunastra. I thought you needed Kushala horn for something else.
Nope.
Okay.
Not that I know of. I need double gel pieces that I'm never gonna get.
Yeah, even, and Silver says even Birth by Sleep had Zack.
Yep, that's true.
Well, that was fun.
I agree.
Yeah, we haven't even had, like, no aura, no nothing, man. Like,
Yeah, you'd think this would have been a perfect time to have, like, or the perfect game to have, like, in Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah,
Like
I totally
Noctis?
expected Noctis.
Yeah, Noctis.
that's true.
I know, like, nothing about that game.
I
so-
don't like nothing about that game either, but at this point, I'd be happy to see it. Like, I mean, we can't even rightly call this a crossover Final Fantasy Disney thing anymore, because I haven't seen any Final Fantasy in it.
Enemies?
Messerdine's asking, so the Moogle save points are the only Final Fantasy thing?
The only one I've seen so far.
That is it.
Okay.
The whole... Really?
Right is confirmed.
Oh. That's so sad.
Disney is a bigger audience. I don't know.
Okay. Question.
Well, specifically, there are too many characters now. We have 13 villains and 7 heroes.
While I get that, like, we could... Like, a cameo doesn't cost anything.
Is it better to not have...
Hey, summoned Ariel.
Yep. Is it better to not have a Final Fantasy anything at all?
Uh-huh.
Or if they had made the person who shows up Squall?
But why would...
Or what's her butt?
Renoa?
Yeah.
I do hate Final Fantasy VIII.
I know you do, which is why I posed the question.
I don't know. I think I'm safe from that ever happening because Squall is such a dick. No, wait, we do see Squall in one of the prior games.
I don't know why you're saying that. He was in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
They call him Leon, but
Right.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Meserdine says Leon is cool in this series, as I recall.
Yeah, no, I don't. He wasn't as much of a dick as he was in Final Fantasy VIII.
So the other
That's why.
half of the reason, I guess, is because they didn't want us going back to Hollow Bastion / Radiant Garden, because that's where all the Final Fantasy characters are from. And there's nothing to do there anymore. We solved that problem.
Yeah, but
So
they also, like, Zack was in Hercules' world.
Yeah.
They don't have to stay there.
That's true. I'm just...
I mean,
I've given you the official answer.
Give
They
us-
have too many characters.
Give us some airships. Give us some, like... Red Baron, come on.
Magnificent. I salute you all.
Who cares?
You're up to
No
something.
kidding.
I know when I've
You're
been
full of crap.
You were outdone before you even started, mate. But I admire your
What was
conciliatory way
that?
of conceding defeat.
Yes. Now I believe I owe you your prize. But I neglected to ask what it is that you want. Perhaps you'll enlighten me.
Oh, I see the trap.
Aye, that's easy. I want the chest. That's
And now you have to tell him what it is. Ugh.
Tell him!
Really?
Not good.
Mezzardine says maybe they'll be in the DLC.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, I forgot about DLC. Okay, I'll keep hoping.
Well, I didn't tell him which Dutchman.
How many?
There's the Flying Dutchman, the Sitting Dutchman, the Sleeping Dutchman,
I
the Lounging
Knew he'd
Dutchman.
tell
I
you
have
where
to
it
concede
was.
him that point.
That's true.
You tricked
He
him.
outwitted
Actually, I
him.
outwitted him.
I've always been far more interested in the long game. Now let's see where it takes us. That is, if you stay up.
Oh, we can't do that. We're gonna get lost instantly and have to go find the plot.
But
They just steal our ship?
No, we were on
His ship.
Luxord's ship.
Oh, so our ship is also wrecked to hell.
Yeah.
After him.
Nay, there's no point.
Why not?
He can teleport.
The ship's listing near to scuppers from that cannon fire. She'll be needing repairs. Best make berth at Port Royal.
What?
But you successfully boarded a ship. That should have repaired yours.
Not Odyssey, dude.
excuse me. It's okay.
Look for crabs. They'll set her right.
Crabs? Why crabs?
Never mind the particulars, mate. The white crabs. Savvy?
No.
Aye, aye.
Well, that's what the ship in the underworld was resting on. White crabs.
White crabs.
Right.
We're gonna get crabs. That's
All
what
the
that-
Josh, it's a poorly veiled excuse for a minigame, alright?
I know.
It's not a minigame, actually. It's the rest of this world.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you just have to
Basically, yeah.
constantly go
Some
around.
sort of spyglass?
Yep.
Probably French, eh?
The rest of this world is looking for crabs?
Until, until we go fight the final boss, yeah.
You know what?
Wow.
I'm getting a
Cool.
little tired. Like, I don't... Maybe it's just been a long time since we played Kingdom Hearts 2. I will accept that may be part of it. But I don't feel like the rest of these games have made us stray this far from the plot. In every single world, pretty much. Except for the ones that are actually useful and do things, you know, like add to the original plot of the movie. But, like, for the vast majority of Tangle,
You
we're
got
like...
tipped for dancing.
We don't have anything to do with the plot. For the vast majority of this, I haven't seen this movie, but I'm guessing, since the rest of the characters are not here, we have nothing to do with the plot. Right?
Basically. We'll have a little bit more in this one, because we'll show up for the end of it, but...
I bet
Ah, Mezzardine, that'd be beautiful.
Hmm?
Says just once I'd like to see one of these Organization 13 people admit that they're just as confused and faking it as we are.
That would be fantastic.
That
Yeah.
would be... I guess it's just like... I don't know, man. It's not... It's fun to be able to walk around in these worlds. Because, I mean, it's like, Pirates of the Caribbean world is awesome, and, you know, the Tangled world was beautiful, and it's fun to be able to interact in these worlds from these movies we love, but it doesn't feel very satisfying if we don't have anything to do with anybody.
I still want to know what the deal was with those enormous ice caverns in the frozen world.
Yeah.
Like, Jack, like, he's with us, but I mean, it could basically be anybody. Like, it's not... I don't know. I'm not articulating myself very well.
Okay, how much
This is one of the weaker worlds in terms of plot as well.
how much crazy bank do you think they'd make if they made a Kingdom Hearts MMO?
I don't know.
Oh, that would be a lot of IPs.
Well, yeah, but they already have the licensing for them anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
And I mean, because,
What could an MMO offer that this game isn't doing?
well, multiplayer.
Yeah, I guess.
And you already have proof that there were massive Keyblade wars. So everybody could be a Keyblade
I
master.
mean,
that wouldn't be a big deal.
That's
over here.
that's what the mobile game is. In case you've forgotten, the mobile game is you're in the world before it fell apart, and you're in the events leading up to the Keyblade.
Okay.
And then a bunch of other nonsense happens. But
Hey, you can't call it nonsense. Apparently it is absolutely flipping vital to this plot.
please, this game has plenty of nonsense. Every Kingdom Hearts game does.
So true. So true.
What?
Uh,
Don't remember that.
And actually, wouldn't the IPs
I've used this several
not be
times
issued
this session.
because
This
Disney
is
publishes
the
this?
Big Hero
Own all
6.
the IPs
Oh, okay.
anyways?
I guess it just wasn't
I
looking.
think it depends.
Although supposedly, what is it? Mickey's about to go into public domain, isn't he?
Really?
Yeah, I guess Disney hasn't been able to. Actually, no. It wasn't that they gave up. They just stopped trying to fight the whole copyright thing.
How interesting.
Well, they're the whole reason why copyrights last for 90 years, anyways.
Oh.
They didn't used to. Copyrights used to be what was it? 50 years or
I thought
20
it was like
years?
20.
I think it was 20 years. It was 20 years originally.
Interesting.
Although, even that's been kind of weird because, like, this year has been the first year in, like, 20 years where a bunch of things have been released into public domain again. There was an article on the Smithsonian site about it.
So, like, what sorts of things, maybe, perhaps?
I think it's, I want to say it is materials that were published between up to 1929, I think it is.
Oh.
And so, like, for example, a lot of Robert Frost's work is now in the public domain.
Oh, cool.
I think I missed something. Gombar says we'll see every time he gets her, they get it pushed. Happy Birthday, I think, went in. Yes, Happy Birthday became public domain. That was an interesting thing because that actually came after a legal battle.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically,
That's why they used to sing "And He's a Jolly Good Fellow" every time they should be singing "Happy Birthday" in a movie forever, right?
Or just straight up made up a different song.
and
or
by,
only
like,
did, like,
if
the
you went
last-
to a restaurant and asked them to sing you a birthday song, they usually wouldn't sing Happy Birthday.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Or they had their own version.
Or they had their
yeah.
own version.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will always love the version of Happy Birthday I got at Applebee's.
And that was?
This is your birthday song. It is and very long. See ya.
Wow.
That was the whole thing. It's fantastic.
You said something a couple minutes ago that made me think of this, so I'm sorry if this seems as a non sequitur, but it wasn't at the time.
Oh yeah, and yeah. Okay, so that's what. Sorry, hang on, just real quick.
Okay.
So what Gombar was talking about was every time Mickey was getting close to public domain, they would fight it and extend how long a copyright held.
Well, that's going to be really interesting
Yep.
to see how that works,
So,
honestly.
and Meserdine said everything in 1923 came to public domain this year.
That
Wow.
was at 23.
Oh yeah, and it's hidden by the camera, Silver. We need 300 crabs. We're at 99 right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to say, apparently, Battle Angel Alita is
Oh,
doing...
you
Huh?
Sorry, there were some crabs that...
Oh.
Really?
Apparently, Battle Angel Alita is doing really well in foreign markets and is picked up in this one.
Cool.
Okay.
So I think it's at 350 million last time I checked.
I still need to go see that.
And it needed to hit something like 400 million to be profitable, which math I didn't understand because the movie costs like 170 million
Marketing.
to make. Oh, marketing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot more goes into.
Anyway,
Most of the time, whenever you hear about a budget for a movie,
Uh-huh.
double it,
Okay.
at least, for the marketing.
Okay. Well, in any case, I was very encouraged to hear that it's picking up. Because I loved that movie, and I am desperate for a sequel for it. And yes, you need to go see it, Josh.
I know. Don't want to get out... Oh, hey, I finally got my Jeep fixed.
I know. I saw Jeep in the driveway. Congratulations.
That hurt.
I know.
I mean, thank goodness I had help, but God, that hurt.
I assume you're talking about the amount of money which you don't have to divulge on the internet.
Oh, I'll go ahead and say, it was, all told, it was about $2,000 to fix that to fix that Jeep.
What was wrong with it?
It essentially melted.
The technical term.
So something catastrophic happened, which blew out the freeze plugs, which are a straight bitch to replace because of where they're located on that vehicle.
I'll take your word for it.
You have to take out the transmission
Oh, jeez.
to get to it.
I don't know much about cars, but I know that is a big problem.
Yeah, you have to remove the entire thing. So that had to be done. The exhaust manifold was cracked.
Wow, it almost sounds like you should have gotten another car.
It would have been more than $2,000 to get a new car.
Well, I know, but dang.
What was the other thing?
But he lives in that car.
The head gasket got warped.
What's a head gasket?
It's like that's the top of the engine where the pistons kind of go into.
Well, if it melted, then that makes sense.
Well, they warped, so they had to take it to a machine shop and resurface it.
Yikes!
And then on top of that, they also resurfaced my flywheel or my transmission wheel, I think it is.
I'd venture that's nearly.
Replaced the serpentine belt. Put it in their thermostat.
Wow, I'm surprised you remember all this.
Well, I just got it back today, so I'm remembering a good portion of it. But yes, so
Well, congratulations.
yay.
Oh, we know you're happy, even if it's done.
Well, I'm glad it's back and it's running much better.
Well, that's good.
I will ask him about something when I take it in tomorrow to get the brake light switch replaced. Because while I was stopped at a light, the idle went down really low. It didn't stall the engine, but it was really low. But yeah, so there was that. And yeah, Gomber, the power of Disney's money and lawyers are the reason nothing goes into public domain. That is so true. That's basic. They're the sole reason why public domain has been such a bitch.
I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it, to be perfectly honest with
Public
you.
domain?
No, I mean, like... I mean, they did create Mickey Mouse, and Disney is still a thing. It's not like, like intellectual property of an author that lived 100 years ago, for example.
Well, and that was I mean, that's kind of a good point, but because what it was, the original thought of it is that the creator of an intellectual property should be able to successfully make money off of it for a generation. Although, it was basically 20 years, and they could extend it out a little bit. But it was essentially 20 years, and then after that, they either moved on to other things, or they're dead. And therefore, why would they be making money off of it? They're dead.
Right.
And so then that's when you start getting estates that are just, pulling in money from whatever intellectual property it is, even though they had nothing to do with the original creation process.
But again, Disney's still a thing.
Yes, but Walt Disney isn't.
Let's see.
I don't know. It's confusing. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it.
Oh yeah, and Gumbar says, yeah, but Disney is the king of taking public domain and making money. For example, anything Brothers Grimm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also true.
Well, that's true.
Because, I mean, if you look at their movies, like, none of their stuff is original. It's...
Turnabout's fair play is basically what you're getting at here.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that that's not a bad thing.
No.
Because that's I mean, look at fan fiction.
Sure.
People take existing things and make interesting, some of them make really interesting stories based off of those existing
And
properties.
some of them make really profitable adaptations that for some reason work,
Let's see.
but really
Get
should
on
never
with
have
it.
happened.
Jack.
Hello, 50 Shades?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at. Which is, alright, let's be fair. It's not fair for me to say that. I haven't read those books, I've not seen those movies. Drea's like, let's just keep you on the innocent end of the spectrum and don't do that.
No, Dre's already been denied one TED Talk this evening.
So I'm just...
No,
Drea, I'm just...
you denied that TED Talk. They wanted the TED Talk.
No, Leah denied the TED
I
Talk.
denied the TED Talk.
Okay.
I'm trying to be fair. I'm just trying to be fair. And admit that, maybe I shouldn't say that because I know nothing about them other than the rumors.
And Gumbar says, public domain is beautiful and it's a shame nothing enters it. It's kind of true. I mean, honestly, because people who make those, like, fan fictions and stuff, there's a lot of originality that goes into that, and
That's
they
true.
should be able to profit from that originality as well.
That's true.
Because, I mean, people put their own heart and soul into that sort of thing.
Sure.
And there's actually a really good episode of Adam Ruins Everything about public domain.
Oh, maybe I'll have to watch that. Ooh, a Mickey.
I recommend that entire series, actually. It's pretty good.
Let's see.
Oh, hello, bad
Yeah.
guy out of nowhere.
I was trying to get down. Oh,
Cumber says, yeah. So I'm wondering if he's talking about the same episode.
say this, then I'll leave it alone.
I don't know. I'd actually be a little more interested on the TED Talk on 50 Shades. That I don't. Forgive me. I don't remember what the other. It was Toxic Masculinity. I just feared that one might get too heated.
I don't.
If I'm wrong, then I stand corrected. But
I would be shocked if anyone in our audience argued with me.
Fair enough.
On the subject, which would be the only thing I can think of that would cause it to become heated.
Anyway, you were saying.
You do not have to defend a book series that romanticizes an abusive relationship with a serial narcissist.
Ew. That sounds pretty awful.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know nothing except the rumors I've heard.
You know, and I've actually... Okay, so...
Are you going to say you've read them?
No, listen.
I'm listening.
I've actually read a lot of the first one.
Okay.
The thing I was going to say, though, is that because of the festival that I work for, I have a lot to do with the sex-positive community. And the sex-positive community has dug into 50 Shades to such a degree.
I imagine they have.
And people with more letters behind their name than I will ever have broken the series down. And that's what I'm drawing from.
I see.
And Mezzardine says, putting things in public domain encourages creativity and new takes on things. What dictates whether someone makes money on something more than 20-ish years old should be the audience for it, not the great-great-great-grandchildren clinging to inherited billions. Exactly.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. I think he said it more eloquently than I had.
Well, he had more time to think about it. Right?
And yeah, absolutely, Gombar, 50 Shades of Grey isn't BDSM, it's abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's sad.
Well, that's why people who are actually in the BDSM community hate that series.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a bad representation.
I have heard that. I've heard that it's a terrible representation, and for the person who reads that and doesn't know anything about that community, and then thinks they know something about that community after they've read that book, apparently that and justifiably, based on what I've heard, that drives people in that community absolutely up the flipping wall.
I find it funny that we're getting a cutscene now when you have 500 out of 300 crabs.
Yeah, you can progress the plot at 300, but you can collect up to 500. We're going to need way more than 500 before we're done.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
Aye, that's all of them. Now, to my final task. Be back in a trice.
What were you doing this whole time? You had lots of time to do whatever you were doing.
Fit to sail any sea.
Oh, maybe he was fixing the ship.
He was fixing the ship.
Now, Sora, one final inquiry. Is there any particular reason you wanted this ship?
I saw it. Wanted a boat.
I found it in a cave. It was all I had.
Yeah, we were stuck on an island.
To explore the seas.
You okay?
Freeze
I'm
the
fine.
wind.
Just kill them.
Good answer. You are ours, Captain Sora.
But Jack, why do you keep saying final? Like you're leaving.
It's because this me has run his course, mate.
Oh, Silver, you were not wrong.
Yeah. Silver was dead on.
This you.
Aye, the surrogate me that the goddess of the sea sent here to help you lot. Of course, any me is still me. I may be duplicatable, but I'm always incomparable. The sea, she smiles upon us, Sora, and let's leave it at that, shall we? For now, the real me has a crucial engagement. At Shipwreck Cove, where the pirate brethren will meet Beckett and his lot in battle to win back our freedom.
Then let us help.
No, it's for pirates to resolve, but not you, Sora. You're as free as the wind now, and far you'll go.
Mezzardine goes, something based off of Twilight, but adding more sex is abusive? Behold my shot.
I know, right?
No, don't go away, Krabs. We need you for stuff.
Right.
No, Krabby's come back!
So, a thing that we might kind of figure out once we go head toward the final
Jack
boss.
was showing us the way.
Tia is the goddess of the sea.
Yeah.
And that's why she was like, help save me or whatever.
He said it
And
was the
also
pirates'
because
battle to fight.
that's why Jack gets along with her and all that jazz.
He has a gold tooth.
But a fight for pirates is a fight for us. Come on, let's find the real Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, the real him was off being part of the movie.
Yeah. We made this completely up for Kingdom Hearts so that we would have Jack while we weren't. Yeah. Okay.
One thing I love directing people to is if you want a good example of BDSM or a BDSM relationship, read the comic Sunstone.
Okay.
What'd you think I was going to say?
Wasn't sure.
Okay.
But she approves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. No, they didn't capture Jack. They captured Will. And that's Davy Jones with the tentacles. And he can't come ashore, so they have him standing in a bucket with water in
to
it.
deliver the pirates. And here they are. Don't be bashful. Step up. Claim your reward.
Sparrow, your debt to me is still to be satisfied. 100 years in servitude aboard the Dutchman. As a start.
That debt was paid, mate.
You escaped.
I propose an exchange. Will leaves with us. And you can take Jack.
Done.
Undone.
Done.
Jack's one of the 9 pirate lords. You have no right.
King?
But the pirate lords got together and voted for someone to lead, and they chose Elizabeth.
Your nips.
And they chose Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scurvy blackguard.
Easy there, mate. You wouldn't want to damage the leverage now, would you?
Now.
Twitchy.
Yeah.
Okay, that was awkward. Did it have to be that long?
They're
Advise your
trying to
brother.
recreate scenes from the
You can
movie,
fight,
doing not
and all of you
terribly
will
well at
die.
it.
Or you cannot fight, in which case only most of you will die.
We will fight. And you will die.
Why did we choose Elizabeth to be a pirate leader?
Well, according to Gombar, she was made pirate lord by the dying rapey pirate lord.
I honestly don't remember why they chose her. Aside from the fact, like, she isn't technically a pirate lord, but she was allowed in for some reason, maybe?
She became buddies with one of the other pirate lords, and he left his ship and everything to her
Oh, okay.
when he was dying. And then when they went around to all the pirate lords to go, okay, well, who's the new king? Elizabeth was the only one that got 2 votes.
Mesardine says, Careful, Elizabeth VA, you almost showed an emotion.
Oh dear. This
and then during the vote, Jack voted for her.
Yeah.
Because all the other pirate lords voted for themselves.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that was like a point in the films. They were, because they knew all the pirate lords were going to vote for themselves.
Why didn't Jack vote for himself?
It was one of his few times where he had a redeeming moment, I guess.
They really should use Eurovision rules.
Huh?
You can't vote for
You
yourself.
can't vote for yourself.
Yeah.
So here's my thing with Jack, and I think he gets a little too much garbage. Jack is always on his side.
Yeah.
Because they talk about, what a traitor Jack is and how he does things and blah, blah, and he's such a jerk. But no. He's always on his side. The thing is, he's frequently the only one on his side.
So that traitor stuff is the symptom and not the cause.
Yes.
I see. So how is voting for Elizabeth being on his own side.
Meserdine says to make someone win?
Yeah, because someone they were at an impasse. Someone had to win.
I see.
Because otherwise they needed to unite the pirate lords to go do something together. And that wasn't going to happen while there wasn't a king.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, there was no action. Because everyone was sitting around going, I should be in charge. No, I should be in charge.
Gotcha.
And, yeah, Silver says, I don't think Jack would want to be king. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
And,
Let's do this.
Oh, we have homing cannons?
It's one of the special attacks.
Yeah.
Feels a bit like cheating.
It's
magic.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be. This is going to be basically everything. The rest of this world until
we get all the crabs until our ship is leveled, and then we
go fight the final boss.
This feels silly.
There is a ton of exploration to do, but none of it's plot.
This feels silly.
It kind of is.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts!
Kingdom Hearts, okay. Well, this seems like a good place for an episode break,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
maybe we'll get into one of those TED Talks, since apparently we'll have time.
We have lots of time.
Alright. Well, for those of you on Twitch, just hang out for a minute. We're just doing an episode break. And for those of you on YouTube, don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe.
and we'll see you guys next episode. Bye!